So the recording is going to be available after the class. I'll drop it in our group so that we can always watch it later, especially in the course of the week, to guide us to see how the market is moving. So I started with the dollar index. I said for the dollar index, if we check it from the monthly time frame, price was coming from a support zone. You can see the rectangle box there. So we had already a bullish outlook because price is coming from a support zone. Support zone, we're looking for opportunity to buy. But now what we're looking at is the direction. The direction of the market is expected to be bullish. Now, if you go to the weekly, we can see that last week candle closed as a bullish engulfing pattern. This is a bullish engulfing. You can see for a bullish engulfing pattern, price is in a downtrend. The previous candle is a small bearish candle, and the next one is the engulfing candle. So this tells us already we are getting ready for a bullish movement on the dollar. Now, this is from a technical angle. Now, from the fundamental, there was NFP last week, Friday. And NFP's non-farm payroll is the biggest event in the Forex market. I'll switch over now to Forex Factory so that we can see what I'm saying. So NFP came out last week, Friday, and the data came out good for the dollar. So this is NFP last week, Friday, all green. All green means we're expecting a massive bullish movement on the dollar. So the dollar is both technically bullish and fundamentally bullish. Technical in the sense that we can see a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame. Fundamental in the sense that all the data for employment change, unemployment rate, average hourly earning as of last week, everything came out good for the dollar. So there's a confluence between technical and fundamental. Both of them are showing bullish trend on the dollar. So that means that we're expecting an opportunity in this new week to buy more of the dollar. So I've switched over back to my screen. So if you flip this dollar index now down to the daily time frame, we can see that there is a resistance here. Price has broken the resistance, and there is a trend line. Price has broken above the trend line also, getting ready for the bullish movement, for the continuation. This is more of a continuation. So what I see that will likely happen this week is this. It's possible tomorrow, Monday, there can be a retracement. Now, it's not mandatory the retracement has to come and touch here. It may touch it or not. But all I know is that there will be a retracement, and after the retracement, we expect a continuation into that bullish trend. So since the dollar is bullish, both technically and fundamentally, we're looking for opportunity to buy the dollar this week. So we have a bullish outlook, a bullish bias on the dollar. So since we have a bullish outlook on the dollar, then we look at the dollar pairs that we can buy. The dollar index is just there to guide us, to give us an insight into what the dollar is doing. Most of the time, we really don't trade it. It's just a guide. So we now look at the major pairs we can buy. Now, this is the USDCHF. For the USDCHF, we can see that price also is coming from a support level on the weekly time frame. And if we go to the daily time frame, we can see that I said it last week that price, okay, for those who joined my analysis one time or the other, that price, was trying to break out of this range. And from the news on Friday, price has broken out above the range. It's already going upwards. Now, again, just like what we saw on the dollar index, we can draw our trend line. So price has broken out above both the range and the trend line into the bullish direction. So price has broken out into the bullish direction. So just like the dollar index also, there is a possibility. Now, this retracement is a possibility. There's a retracement possibility this week, then a continuation. So we still hold a bullish outlook on the USDCHF. So how do we now trade this? We go down to 4-hour time frame, and we expect a retracement and a continuation. So the moment price breaks out above this recent high this week, it will be a time for us to trigger a buy on USDCHF. Once the new candle breaks out above this place, it will be a time to trigger a buy on USDCHF, because at that point, our RSI will be clearly above 50, and possibly our MACD is even already above 0. Those are the other confirmations that we need. So this week, what we're looking at on USDCHF is an opportunity to buy the USDCHF. Now, this is going to be on 4-hour time frame, so it's not a day trade. It may span some days. It's going to be a swing trade that can take some days. But the general thing is we are looking for an opportunity to buy the USDCHF. And the other pair that is dollar-based that is also bullish is the USDCAD. Let me clean all this off. Now, for the USDCAD, price has been in an uptrend for quite a while. On the weekly time frame, we can see we have an uptrend and we have a support. But this one is a very perfect setup. With the price going in an uptrend, it means we're expecting a bullish movement. Then price hitting a support, it also means we're looking for a bullish movement. So two reasons for us to look bullish. Third reason for a bullish movement is we are seeing the formation of what looks a lot like a double bottom pattern. Third reason why we're looking for an opportunity to buy the USDCAD. Don't forget the dollar index is bullish. So if you see a bullish setup on USDCAD, it's still very okay. That's what's supposed to happen. So if you flip down to the daily time frame, this is a double bottom in formation. It has not completely formed, but that is what we are seeing. You know, double bottom is a W pattern, which points us in the direction to buy. Now, there is now a support turn resistance right here, and price is just at that point. So what will happen, or what is likely to happen this week? Price, you can see that last week candle closed just at the tip of that support turn resistance zone. So it is possible that price may first retrace before breaking out. So just like the USDCHF, what we're looking at to trade is when price breaks out above the upper side of this support turn resistance zone, which is the neckline of the double bottom pattern. So this one, even if it happens on 1 hour, it's tradable. We look at a breakout, a retest, and a continuation in the bullish direction. If you are going to read it on 4 hour, it all depends on you. Then we'll see. I'll still guide us. I'll still give us my view as we see it evolve, you know, in the course of the week. But what I see that will likely happen is a breakout, a retest, and a continuation. Breakout, retest, and continuation in the bullish direction. So I'm bullish biased again on the USDCAD, just like I'm bullish on the USDCHF. And the other dollar pair, major pair, is the EUROUSD. Now for the EUROUSD, I said for this one on the weekly time frame, we can see that we have a valid resistance here. And last week candle closed with price already trending downwards. You know, that resistance is still valid here also. That's on the weekly time frame. If you go to the daily, we can clearly see on the daily time frame that this is a double top pattern, which will lead to a long-term bearish trade. Now, currently, price has broken out below the neckline. The candle of last week has broken out. So this week, we expect a continuation downwards. We can still draw a trend line here, which gives us a kind of just another confluence that price is breaking out below this trend line. So price also may go to retest this neckline as a support on resistance, then a continuation. So you can see that we have set up already. We're only waiting for how to trigger, you know, our sell. So we'll be looking for opportunity to sell the EUROUSD when price breaks out below this recent low. A retest, either the trend line or the support on resistance, price is expected to retest one of them, then break out downwards from there. So we're looking for an opportunity to sell the EUROUSD this week. So I'm bearish on the Euro USD. Now, another pair we're looking at is the US oil. The US oil. Now, for this one, I have this one is an intraday. It will likely start tomorrow. I want us to put a lot of attention on this one tomorrow, Monday. US oil, it is USOUSD on our trading platform. Now, for this one, we can clearly see that price is in a downtrend, making a series of lower high, and the candle for last week closed as a rejection candle on the daily time frame. It closed as a rejection candle. I've said it many times, when you see a rejection candle at the resistance, it means we're looking for opportunity to sell. When you see it in a downtrend, it also means we're looking for an opportunity to sell. So with this rejection candle, it shows that price will likely be weak, for us to look for opportunity to sell. Now, I now found another confluence that is also pointing us in a direction of selling the US oil, and that is the Fibonacci. Sorry, that's too fast. I'll take my Fibonacci from up here. Since we are looking for opportunities to sell, I will drag it from the most recent high to the most recent low. And you can see that my Fibonacci 50 is exactly at this confluence point where we have the trend line and the rejection candle. That is an additional confirmation that we're expecting an opportunity for a sell on US oil this week, because Fibonacci 50 is a critical Fibonacci level from where price can retrace or reverse. And this is daily time frame. So this gives me a lot of confidence that this instrument is going to sell this week. Most likely from tomorrow, it's going to sell, all things being equal. So that's what I can see on the daily time frame. We have an opportunity to sell US oil. So I'll flip to a lower time frame, like let's say 4 hour. Nothing much on 4 hour. We'll go down to 1 hour. Now on 1 hour time frame, I'm seeing something that looks interesting. It is not completely formed, but I can complete it in my heart. Like I always tell us, I will complete these patterns in our heart once we see signal that this is the likelihood of what will happen. Now, on 1 hour, I strongly believe this is going to give us a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder, then a drop. I'll do that again. A shoulder, head, second shoulder to test that trend line, then a drop will happen. That's what I'm looking at, likelihood of forming on this one. And finally, a trend line here and a trend line here to give us a rising wedge pattern. So we have a trend line on the daily time frame, a rejection candle on the daily time frame, Fibonacci on the daily time frame. 3 reasons why we're looking for opportunity to sell. On 1 hour, we're seeing the formation of a head and shoulder, which will lead to a sell. And finally, we're seeing a rising wedge pattern, which is also leading us to look for an opportunity to sell. So we have 5 valid reasons why we are looking for an opportunity to sell US oil. In fact, for me, this is one of my best setup for this week. The ones I've been giving you, they look like range, swing, long term. This one is 1 hour. So watch out for this one tomorrow. Watch out for this one tomorrow. So we'll be looking to take a sell on US oil once price breaks below the neckline. Once we have a breakout below the neckline, RSI crosses below 50. MACD is not mandatory, but if it crosses below 0, it's another additional confirmation. But generally, we have 5 reasons why we are looking for an opportunity to sell the US oil. And I can still go further by looking at the Fibonacci level for this one. We're looking for an opportunity to sell. So I drag my Fibonacci from the most recent low to the most recent high. So you can see Fibonacci 3.6, which is usually around the entry, very close to, where we're expecting the breakout. So price is expected to target Fibonacci 38.2. at now this US oil. If you want more profit on it, you may need to use more lots. But I don't encourage us to go beyond, depending on our account size. If you have an account less than $300, don't go beyond 0.01. Very important. We are trying to keep risk limits. But this 1319 is just around 13 pips. And to Fibonacci 50 can give about 24 pips. And to Fibonacci 61.8 can give about 34 pips. Since it's coming from the daily, there's a likelihood that at least price will reach Fibonacci 50 and 61.8 at about 23 and 33 pips. That's about 56 pips in all, like that, at least, that we can catch on US oil. So we're going to put our attention on this. I'll also put my attention on it. If I see the setup finally, form on this ready for entry, I might drop it as a signal in our groups. But I want us to also be checking this. What we're looking for is for price to break out below the trend line, below the support zone, then we can look for opportunity to sell this week. So we have a sell opportunity on this. And like I said, it's intraday. So it's a 1 hour we can all watch out for. Now, this week also, I'm expecting EURCHF is another pair that will likely sell. It's also a 1 hour. These are the two 1 hour entries I have for us as at today. In the course of the week, if I see that setup, I will let us know. But as at today, these are the two 1 hour setup I have for us. For EURCHF, price is trending downwards. We have a downtrend. And last week, Friday candle, the tip closed as a rejection candle, touching this trend line, as the trend line is going downwards. So technically, we are looking for an opportunity to sell the EURCHF. Let's go down to 4 hour. Now you can see another confirmation. 4 hour candle closed as a rejection candle. That is also, pointing us to a further bearish movement on the EURCHF. And finally to 1 hour. Now on 1 hour, this is looking like a double top pattern, like a letter M. It's not perfect, but it still looks like a letter M, from where we expect a further breakout downwards. So we can draw our trend line here and draw a second trend line, which gives us a rising wedge. So from the daily time frame, we have a downtrend. On the 4 hour, we have a rejection candle. On the 1 hour, we have both a rejection candle, a double top, and a rising wedge, all pointing us downwards to look for an opportunity to sell EURCHF, this week from tomorrow. All this 1 hour setup, they will likely trigger tomorrow. So these are the two major ones I want us to put our attention on tomorrow, to look for trading opportunity, the US oil and the EURCHF. So I'm bearish on the EURCHF. Which other one? I also have the AUDJPY. I'll do the AUDJPY and do two other ones, then we'll close. AUDJPY, I'm looking for an opportunity to sell AUDJPY this week. And why is that? Now you can see on the 4 hour, AUDJPY is giving me a very, very good rising wedge pattern. And also something that currently looks like it's forming a double top. So if it completes as this double top, then I'm expecting a breakout. But that's not, all I'm looking at in this instrument. You can see there's a blue line up there. That blue line, if you go over to the weekly time frame and even the, okay, let's start with the daily time frame. This is actually around a support. Okay, it's a little bit above the support, but close to, there's a minor support here. But that's even not where I'm going, though that's important. If you go to the weekly and to the monthly time frame, you can see that there is this major resistance level from 2013 thereabout, and even 2007. Price is back to that level. Now, when price goes back to a previous resistance of many years, there's a likelihood of a reaction. So if price has not broken, now price truly did break out above that resistance here, came down, and is now retesting that resistance, that old resistance. So technically, we should be looking for an opportunity to sell the AUD/JPY this week, all things being equal. So I'm bearish on the AUD/JPY for this week, looking for an opportunity to sell. Once price, now if it eventually forms as a double top, mind you, I'm only completing it ahead with what I'm seeing. So it's still a 50-50 chance. Let's just see how it goes. If it completes as a double top, then we'll be looking to make entry once price breaks the neckline and breaks the trend line downwards. And at that point, we're looking for our RSI to be below 50 for us to trigger a sell on the AUD/JPY. So I'm bearish on the AUD/JPY. Now I'll give two other ones, and that's the GBPAUD and the EURAUD. And these ones are my perfect swing setup for this week. They are more perfect than what I've given on the dollar. Those ones are second range setup. AUD/JPY, why am I so confident about this one? Now, on the weekly time frame, we can clearly see that last week candle ended as it closed as a rejection candle. That one alone is an opportunity to look for a buy. That's on the weekly time frame. And also on the weekly time frame, we can see that we have a valid trend line and price is touching, the rejection candle is touching that trend line. So that tells us we should look for an opportunity to buy the GBPAUD this week. Now, not only that, price also is trading around a support, a resistance here, a support, the tip, the shadows of the candle giving a support. So we have an uptrend, a key level, resistance, don't support. That is also meaning we're looking for an opportunity to buy the GBPAUD. Let's go down to the daily. On the daily time frame, now the rejection candle on the weekly evolved into what looks a lot like a bullish engulfing on the daily, which is still an opportunity to buy. And finally, on the 4-hour, this is evolving into what looks a lot like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Then we expect a breakout from there. So that's what I'm looking at. There will be a retracement first to complete the second shoulder, then a breakout. So, and finally, I also have the formation of a rising wedge, a falling wedge pattern on this instrument. So all this gives me, let me clean off. All this gives me a bullish outlook on the GBPAUD for this week. I'm bullish biased on the GBPAUD. There will be a retracement here, then a breakout. And in terms of profit, I'm looking at something in the range of, let's look at this. If we make our entry around Fibonacci 38.2, this will give on the average, it should actually be before 38.2. So it should give on the average about 80 pips to 150 pips, on the EURAUD this week. Between 80 pips to 150 pips on the AUD this week. GBPAUD. So we are bullish on the GBPAUD again, a retracement and a continuation on the GBPAUD. And finally, we look at the EURAUD, which is having a similar setup as the GBPAUD. Now for the EURAUD on the weekly time frame, let me clear it off again. On the weekly time frame, we can see that last week candle closed as a doji. This is a perfect, very perfect doji. Technically, that means we are looking for an opportunity to buy the EURAUD. Now, we also have price hitting a support level. That's a double confirmation that we're looking for an opportunity to buy the EURAUD this week. Thirdly, still on the weekly time frame, we have a trend line from here that cuts across both. We have a lower high and a third one. This is a confluence point where the trend line and the support level meet. which is also another indication of an opportunity to buy the Euro AUD. Finally, we'll go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we can clearly see that we have a bullish engulfing candle here. That was as our last week Thursday. The Friday candle price is already on its way up. So that shows we'll have a bullish continuation. And finally, we have on the 4 hour. On the 4 hour time frame, we have a trend line and a second one at the back to give us a falling wedge pattern. Now, price is already breaking out. Now, two things may happen. I'd rather put a kind of a resistance zone here. Now, price may break out outrightly, or price may draw down to retest the trend line or the support before breaking out. These are the two views I have. And why do I have that view? On one side, price may take this as an inverse head and shoulder and breakout, or if it cannot break above this resistance, it may retest the trend line or the support before breaking out. But either ways, anytime price breaks out above this minor resistance zone, then we're looking to trigger a buy on the Euro AUD. RSI is already above 50 and MACD is also about to cross above 0. Those are just additional confirmations. But we're looking at buying the Euro AUD for this week. And the profit potential on this using Fibonacci can also be in the range of, so Fibonacci 38.2 can give about 88 pips. So Fibonacci 50 can give about 150 pips, 158 pips. So Fibonacci 61.8 can give about 230 pips. So between 88 pips to 230 pips is what we can get on the Euro AUD this week. All right, so that'll be all from analysis. Any question? We have just 10 minutes. Question. Let me take your questions as we round up. So I've analyzed, yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay, if you are looking for an opportunity to sell, the RSI should be below 50, right?
Yes.
So what about if you are looking for an opportunity to buy?
RSI should be above 50.
Okay.
So I've analyzed quite a number of instruments. Please, I'll post the video. And okay, please, I'll also drop the link to my Telegram channel. I want everybody to join the Telegram channel because I'll do a screenshot of each of this setup and also post in Telegram so that we can observe in the week, the before and the after of this setup. Now, let me be honest with you. Some of the setup may not go as planned, but it will not have meant to take a losing trade because it didn't go in that direction. But what I know is that most of it will go in that direction and they can trigger trading opportunities for us to trade and make profit as the market goes in a direction. That's what analysis is all about. You looking ahead and being able to forecast what will happen, then you wait for it to happen. But like I said, my key analysis for this week is that US oil on 1 hour, the EURCHF, the GBPAUD, the Euro AUD. Those four, they are very, very key because the setup on them, has a lot of probability for price to go in that direction. Others, you can watch as, the market evolves on them in the course of the week. All right, we have 8 minutes to go. Another question. Is there any area you didn't understand? You want me to explain better? We are still free. We have 8 more minutes. Ms. Omoto, any question? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, please, you can unmute. Oh, this is with you. But if you want to, please drop the video. Definitely, I'll drop the video. Once the class is over, I will get the video sorted out. It may take some minutes, maybe some 10, 15 minutes, after which I will upload it on YouTube and send the link to us. So this is how we do analysis. So going forward, that's the essence of this class, to get you grounded on how to analyze. So please, when you want to analyze, just follow like I did. You don't need to cram anything. Just look at the chart. Do what is called top-down analysis. Start from the higher time frame. Now, if the daily time frame is the highest time frame for you for now, it's okay. You don't need to start weekly like me. You know, it took me a while to go weekly or monthly. So if you know that the best for you for now is daily, go on the daily and start looking for, look at the current candles, look at the current setup. Can you cite a resistance? Can you cite a support? Can you cite a trend line? Can you cite a candlestick? You know, check different currencies and filter. Okay, which one can I see a setup that can point me in the direction of where the market is going? So once you start from the higher time frame, daily, for example, you can go to 1 hour, they can go to, you can go to 4 hour, they can go to 1 hour. And if your own highest time frame for now is 4 hour, it's still not a problem. Do 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minutes for entry. Most importantly is getting the process. It is called top-down analysis. Starting from the higher time frame, looking for pointers in the market that will point you in the expected direction of the market on the higher time frame, and looking at how to make entry on the lower time frame. So we're doing this every Sunday, you know, at least for now, till you get really grounded. I want to see everybody in this class being able to analyze the market by yourself. This is what makes you a good trader. Me, I've seen the setup I'm looking to trade this week. Other ones may still come up, but these are the key ones I'm putting my attention on. So all we do is that you analyze, then you wait for the market to go in that direction, and you take your trade and you make profit. Okay, we have 5 minutes to go. Though we don't need to wait till 5 minutes. If there's no question or comments, then we may just end the class right there, right here rather. All right. So in the absence of any question, I think we need to end the class for today. So in the course of the week, you know, we'll be watching. That's why you should join my Telegram channel, because that's where I'll be posting the updates. I'll send a link to your WhatsApp groups. We are all 5 here, as in 5 students, myself making 6. I'll post the link to the Telegram channel there, your groups, so that I can all join. Then in the course of the week, we'll watch the before. The before is what we have seen tonight. After is what those trade setup will evolve into in the course of the week, you know, as they have gone in the direction that we have analyzed. All right, so thanks for attending tonight. Take care and have a wonderful night rest. Bye-bye.